I want to do something new with my interviews because in the past I've just straight up interviewed the people, and then at the end I'm like, tell them where they can find you, this and the third. I want to switch it up. I want to get that stuff out in the front of the interviews. So can you tell people where they can reach out to you and where they can reach out to Over Studios at? What's the easiest way?
So the easiest way definitely is the webpage, which is overstudios.co, and Uvra is spelled
Yeah, can you spell it, please?
OEUVRE studios.co.
Nice, nice.
And same thing goes for the Instagram. It's the same way. And if you want to like email us for anything, would be info@overstudios.co.
Got you. And I know you said that you do more than films. So what kind of stuff would these people be able to would an interested person be able to reach out to you for?
So the good thing about Over Studios is that again, we're a community. So I'm a filmmaker. My passion is film, and that's what I'm known for. As well as like music videos. But we do everything from commercials, documentaries, features. We've shot right now. We've been shooting like this past 2 weeks. We've been working solely on like short form content, like for social media, because we have people that, of course, they go through a specific process with us to actually, because we want to respect the quality that Over Studios is.
Of course.
And
Meaning I'm nice. Anyways,
I know you.
I'm gonna say it for you, bro. I'm gonna say it for you, bro.
All right,
But yeah, short
but
form
yeah,
content. Yeah.
we actually anything that's visual,
Mhm.
we actually have access to it, and we offer you different. The good thing is that we offer you different options, and not only the options. So one of the greatest things that has worked for us as a company is the fact that we offer the world as a location, because we have crews and equipment all around the world. Like we have crews in India, we have crews in Argentina, of course, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Mexico.
Nice.
We got like 4 states in the US which are perfectly placed because of like 4 corners.
Nice.
We got Spain as well. So it's like, oh, you want to shoot something there, or you need some footage from those places, and we're like, oh, we can get it for you. That way, you don't waste that much money. Because our priority as a company is to take care of the client, not really just gain money from them.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah,
take
build
care.
a community.
Yeah, it's that safe haven. I love to describe it as a safe haven for both clients and artists.
Nice. And you talking about New Jersey taxes, New York taxes.
Guys, my man's being very modest right now. Can we start? Can we drop some names, bro? What companies have you worked for, and like what artists?
Before he does that, he dropped countries. We
No,
haven't dropped
because
countries.
I want people.
We haven't had somebody drop countries
people
yet.
to get a perspective. Like if we're dropping countries, that means we're working. We're doing
Right?
various things throughout the world. You
Right?
know?
Right? And he could have been anywhere in the world, but he's here on Dyckman
He's here in Dyckman, man.
with me and you.
We were talking behind the scenes. He was telling me a little bit about the companies that have hired him. So that's why I'm saying it, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
Sure.
You're definitely,
If you feel comfortable.
sure. Like, so so independently as Arturo Baez, I've been like, I get a lot of clients calling, like a lot of brands. So I've worked with different brands from Sony Latin Music in the music video industry.
Sony Latin Music.
Yes.
Bomb.
Oh,
No, hold up. Well, a little off. Well, a little off. We got it. We get right back.
You got it. Nah, yeah, but ever since the blessing that I actually have, since I've had so many years working in this and being in the industry, like I have created a name for myself. And when I
Yeah.
arrived to the States, like it actually boosted what we plan to do with Uber Studios, in the sense that we got clients like Reebok. We got clients like
King's Hawaiian.
that we actually finished in December. One of my most beautiful experiences with a client, to be honest. I'm not
Nice.
even lying. Like
Nice.
we actually work with this
They make great bread too. I love King's Hawaiian.
oh no, bro.
They make
it's
great
so
bread.
good.
Yeah, you
What
can
did you
eat.
do
I'm gonna
for
be
them?
honest.
You can eat
I'm
it
not
like
even gonna
solo.
lie. We were there. We were shooting, and it was documentary style.
Uh-huh.
So the worst thing is that we had to be in the factory. So I ate
Oh my
so much
God.
bread, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm
It's
not gonna lie. I
everywhere.
went like 20+ pounds. Oh, I'm not lying. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it
Those
is.
lighters, man. Whoa.
It is.
So it was like a documentary for
That was a
a.
documentary style project.
Oh, stop.
Because it was so they're doing like a new process. I cannot like because of a contract, I
Oh,
can't go
nope.
into detail, but
Mhm.
they're doing a new thing, and they did this event where we had to like so our work was to showcase what they're doing to do the new thing, if that's
I no,
understandable.
Yes.
I
I'm
don't.
trying to be like super.
I don't think you damaged your contract with that. I understood what you were trying to say. So yeah, you did a good job there.
So like but yeah, I got kind of fat there.
Mhm.
Still working on it now. And yeah, so
You've
it was,
mentioned music videos. What kind of what artists have you worked on? Drop some more names.
so music video
Get
is
the
that
bombs ready.
so music video is actually the place where I'm most known for. Because well, that would be another question, but artists that I work with, known artists, I didn't do the video for him, but I did work with Daddy Yankee. I work with El Alfa. I work with Camilo. I work with um Nacho. All the Montaners. Actually, the whole like what I was mentioning earlier about India is because I went to shoot a music video for Eva Luna Montaner in India,
Nice.
and like
Wow.
I clicked with the crew, and then like we've spoken ever since. And this I'm talking about. This was actually 5 years ago. It was like
Mm.
literally like weeks after my father passed away that I had to fly. And if I honestly say that if I hadn't taken that job, I don't know where I would be today. Like that was an actually smart move.
Nice. So
Stop playing, man. Videos of India.
that was actually a great answer. Shout out to you having to work weeks after your father passed. That's like not easy to do. And a lot of people wouldn't I don't want to say a lot of people wouldn't value that.
If I okay, it's gonna turn into like a bittersweet like kind of story, but the truth is that the last conversation I had with my father, which was actually the day of the accident, was about that trip,
Mm,
and he made me promise him that I was gonna take pictures, like still
mm,
pictures for him.
damn.
And that was actually the reason that I knew that if I didn't go, like my dad would have never forgiven me. So, and yeah,
He was right.
and honestly, work was my comfort in that difficult time. It was my comfort, definitely
Yeah, work is
my
when
escape.
when it comes to filmmakers, because we don't have a 9 to 5, because we're so gig based, work is a comfort zone for us, and it's a stress release for a lot of us. Stress release for a lot of us.
Definitely.
So okay, so I we jumped a little bit ahead, but I'm gonna take it back. Would you say that that project that you just mentioned was your big break,
No,
or was
actually,
it like a
no.
passionate big break?
So my big break, I would definitely say, so we were talking about Sony Latin music earlier. So I said I kind of got the opportunity to force Sony Latin music to see me.
Can I
Where?
get a bomb?
Where?
Can I get a
How
bomb
you
for
get
the
that? How you
leverage?
get that?
no, cause like it might sound weird, but the truth is like also my best friend is one of my best friends is called Sergio Chenique, and he's a amazing musician. You should definitely have him in your show for sure. And
He's
he
welcome.
just moved to the States as well.
Oh, great. We'll show him around.
Um uh so he did this song with this group called Lo Blanquito in DR. And Lo
Okay.
Blanquito was signed by Sony. But Sony in that moment they weren't really investing in that song in particular because they did it like fooling around.
Oh wow. I was about to say Sony has DR artists.
Yeah.
Wow.
A
Yeah.
lot
I
of
didn't
them.
know.
Yeah.
Right now, one of their like biggest artists is Dominican.
Yeah, for
What's her name? The rapper.
Tokisha.
Well, no, Dokicha's Dominican, and she's from Sony too. I
She's in
think she's from
Sony too.
Sony. I think
I didn't want to speak on her business because
her
I
name
didn't
is
know.
Joa. Her name is Joa, but she's like to me one of the best rappers there is right now, especially in like Hispanic rappers. Like she's like fire.
Shout out Joe. I was popping. Was popping from the
I
Dyckman
think it's
Pie.
Joa. I have to check the name though. But yeah, so the story was like so the video was called La Difícil.
Okay.
And like I had this like crazy idea, but by that time, like to me, like getting honestly in, I'm gonna say it in dollars, but in DR money, it was like what, getting 40,000 pesos, which is like less than $1,000 for a video. To me, that was like, oh.
Yeah, but 40,000 pesos junto and DR.
But like so like when we actually talked, I had this idea, and then they offered me $2,000 to do it, and to me that was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I laugh at it, but like when I got that, I was like, I'm gonna invest absolutely every penny. I'm gonna like flip around every favor
Mm-hmm.
that somebody owes me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna use it in this. Because Sony, I know that for sure, has to see it, like has to see it, because at the end of the day, it's one of their artists.
Of course.
Yeah. Because
So I did it.
that was your opportunity to level up.
So I did it, and I shot the video, and that moment forward, like everything changed. Everything absolutely changed.
How?
So first off, Sony with the same artist, I think I did like 5 videos for them.
Fire.
And then
Fire.
my budgets were like changed drastically. Like, well, 2,000 was like a lot of money for me, and then they were like 8, 10, 15, and then like so on and so forth. I was able to access more clients. I was able to talk to more people. My confidence changed, of course, because I've never really, honestly, I've never really been good at talking to clients.
Mhm.
I go like, I'm the kind of guy that goes like, okay, how much do you have, and I'll just do what I know how to do with it. But the thing is that people started like appreciating more and more and more the things that I did.
And
Then
you learned how to talk more and more to clients.
oh,
Because
definitely.
the convo we had like 2 days ago, I was learning from you at that point. Like, you know how to talk to people. That's a compliment, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you in with Sony. How did you transition from doing just music videos into films and into the short form content that you're doing today?
So the truth is, I never really did transition. I transitioned from commercials to music videos because, again, I grew up in Unicornio Films, which is my father's company, which today is mine. So the main idea of that was commercial. So that's what I knew how to do.
Got you.
So what I did is so I started getting into music videos because as a filmmaker and as a film director, like music videos is actually the perfect platform to do creative exercises for things that you would like to experiment in film.
Okay. I
Because
hope
the
y'all caught
truth,
that. That was a gem.
so like
Yeah.
the truth is that once you like in music videos, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing as a limit because you can do whatever the honestly
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah.
Like
Because it's
and you do
you're
it however you want to do it.
because it's you're getting paid, right? So you're getting the money as an artist in order to survive.
Yeah.
And it's also a form of short form content. And when you think about it, a music video is just for one song most of the time, but then there's always another song. So you can always experiment and try something new
Yeah, and if you
and
can
perfect
see,
your craft.
and if you see, like for example, the majority of the music videos I've done are for urban artists,
Mm-hmm.
and let's be real, like urban music videos, they have like a kind of specific line.
Mm-hmm.
They do. It's party.
Yeah, yeah. It's A, B, C, or D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I implemented film, so like I started like kind of pickpocketing the clients that I wanted to work with, that they would let me implement film into it, so
Mm-hmm.
actually give it the delicacy that you require when you're actually doing storytelling how you
Mm-hmm.
want. I was like, if I tell you the amount of money I've been offered to do specific videos that go
Mm-hmm.
past, like for example, I hate to objectify women in music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell the clients like there's a difference between being vulgar and being sexy.
Yeah.
Sexy is fine. Everybody wants to be sexy, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And but when you do it like full on, like
Disrespect. Yeah.
yeah, I just and not even like because at the end of the day, it's a woman doing it. Like she decided to do that. That's her deal. But like
Yeah. She signed the
it's for
contract.
the sense that that's not me. I would never let that happen.
Yeah.
And I've shown like if you see like I've had music videos where women have had to be sexy, and like you do it in a respectful way, and
Yeah, yeah,
in a
yeah.
way that when you see it, you don't feel anything, or anybody of any age would see it and be like, ew,
Yeah.
or like,
Because
that doesn't look right.
there's a way to show value in a woman without her having to be damn near naked or doing stuff that
Exactly.
she wouldn't do on the norm. And also, when you do it, when you take that route, the music video is able to be seen from to more people.
Yeah.
Which is another business play.
No, and that's the thing, and especially in the and especially today, um, you require that to be like important of how you deal with that. I always tell the artist, be smart of how you want to interpret anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be smart, just be smart
Mm-hmm.
and respect. Because at the end of the day, people want to fall in love with you, not with your music.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they want to fall in love with your music. Your music is the doorway, but if they hate you, they're gonna stop listening to your music.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And the video is a doorway to the music. That is a doorway to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
W-
So, got you. Now, I wanted to ask you because I said we're gonna go backwards a little bit. So, how did you get your start? I know you mentioned your family and your father. So, can you talk about how you actually started? Like, I want to hear about the first time you picked up a camera, bro. Like, I want to hear all of that stuff, and also give us a little bit of history of your family for the people that don't know.
So, in order for me to talk about me as a filmmaker, I have to talk about my father.
Of course.
My father, I was born into film and music, actually, because my mom was a big artist in the art.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mom.
Oh, that didn't come up in my research.
Uh,
So again, about your mom was an artist in DR.
yeah, she was a musician.
What type of music?
Let me say that again. She was a musician.
What type of music? And tell the people her name too, because this is
my
news to me.
My mom, she's the best. She's awesome. She was actually a musician in DR. Her artist name was Maria Maria.
I know that name.
It's not the song though.
No, not the song. No, not that one. Not that one. I know the name. I know the name. Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, but like, my mom she was like a big deal. I'm talking about she like worked with Juan Luis Guerra. Juan Luis Guerra,
Yeah.
like I've actually had a relationship with Juan Luis Guerra because of my mom and my father. They were like
Ah, yeah.
really close. Um, and and yeah, my mom was like a big deal in the art. Like she was like a big deal. But she retired when she had us. Like she decided to like stay with my father and like be with my
Be a
and
mom.
with her, be a mom.
Decides to be a mom. Yeah.
And like today she would tell you like that was the best decision she ever took. Because she got into music because the irony of life, she got into music because of her father.
Mm.
Out of fatherly love,
Mm.
she loved music out of motherly love. That's like I've always
Mm.
found that to be extremely poetic.
Yeah. Very artistic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So and my father is Fernando Baez, the best freaking director ever. And like I was born to it. I was born to art, and I've always been taught to look at life with such passion.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, like I'm never gonna forget, like when I went to study, like the hardest decision I ever took was between music and film.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the reason why I took film, um, this is hilarious now. The reason why I took film is because like in film I can study music, and music I'm
Yeah.
never gonna study film.
Yep. Yep.
To me, music, like if you notice, like the majority of my film work, which I wrongly don't showcase that much,
Mm-hmm.
but they're all extremely influenced by tones
Mm-hmm.
and sound design
Mm-hmm.
and everything because of that. Because I believe that music definitely is the doorway to the soul. That's the one form of art that is constantly playing with your emotions.
Yeah. Yeah. It subconsciously affects your emotions, and I could tell.
Oh, that's a better way to put
I could tell by
my
I
English.
I could tell you have a musical background in your blood because of the way you described the camera movement with the music in the video that you showed us. Only
Constante, the Christian video. Right?
yes, only music somebody that comes from music will be able to do that.
Yeah, it is. It's because that's the thing about art. Art is an expression of what you feel in your
Yeah.
own way.
Yeah.
No matter what form of art you use. Like it is the way you express it in your own way. What feels comfortable for you as a filmmaker? My ideal scenario is showing the world that I see, showing the world what I see through my eyes.
Mm.
So express to them what I feel, what I see. I'm probably gonna be looking at a box, and you're gonna be looking at the same box, but I'm gonna have a different sensation than you.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of film. To me, the film
You,
is
you
like,
know what, Arturo? You really understand art. I'm gonna tell you that because a lot
Thank
of
you.
people that I work with and a lot of people I talk to, and I'm definitely sure you know this. There's people that do it just to do it. There's people that do it for attention. There's people that do it because they don't want to work a 9 to 5. But you actually understand how to put a picture together and how to make a motion picture.
well,
So
thank you,
no
thank you.
doubt.
That actually means a lot. Thank you so much for those
Oh, of
beautiful
course, bro.
words.
Of course, bro. So talk to the people a little bit about the current projects that you have that you're working on right now.
So
I know you spoke about the short form content,
yeah.
but I want you to talk about specifically the thing that you just completed that you're about to invest in.
You sneaky bastard.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
But yeah, I'm actually really excited because one thing. Oh, actually, one of the reasons why I came to New York is because like I felt like I hit a roof when I was in DR,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed to like broaden my horizon. I missed the fact of feeling like there's so much more to the world, and that's why I came to the one place that that's almost impossible to make it because of the amount of stuff that you have to do, which is New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Like they say.
exactly. So that actually worked, and we started just like I just started focusing, and not too long ago, I sat with actually a good friend of mine, which is my partner in the script writing. I'm gonna say this for everybody to know. I'm horrible at script writing. I'm great writing stories,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes to script writing, me,
Yeah, yeah.
forget it. So I'm working with Tommy Ogando, which is a great script writer, and we just actually today we finished the draft for my next short film, which I highly believe is my best film work so far.
Mm.
It's called Pan Spray. I am not gonna get into details right now about it, but it is like that's a short film. And
Just
then of course,
do me a favor. Just say the name a little more clearly for the people to look out for that because I want them to be attentive when it comes.
so it's Pans as in Peter Pan, prey as in hunting, prey.
Got you. Look out for that, guys.
So it's I'm actually extremely excited about this. It has been a minute that I haven't been so excited for a film project, and I believe this is definitely, as I said before, it's definitely going to be our best work. And the best thing is like every day you learn. So the beauty of film is that you're constantly learning.
Mm-hmm.
There's to me, I hate the fact that people say there's people that are better than other people. Because film evolves every second. So you're constantly learning. And the beauty
Yes.
of it is that you're constantly learning
Preach.
about it.
You know what? That is the most politically correct answer I've ever heard.
You're just being
I
nice to me.
It does involve every second.
No, it's politically correct because I agree with him. You can't disagree with that. There's people that just don't know, but I mean, I'm better than some of y'all out there. I'm gonna just say it.
You guys work
And it's your wrap. Thank you
guys
very
ever worked
much.
yeah.
Actually, we met.
How
We
did
yeah.
you guys meet?
Ironically, we met at my first work moving to New York.
Yeah.
It was what about
Oh, that was your first project? I
that was
didn't know
my
that.
first project.
Oh, great. Well, see, right away he met me. Look at that.
6.
I still don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Still kind of deciding, but
I
yeah.
promise you, I'm a blessing to half the people I meet. No, we met through work. We did a film called Brooklyn Boy, short film called Brooklyn Boy. It was a 1 day shoot. It was a very hectic shoot, but we got together and we did it.
Bro, that was like honestly. So I think that's surprisingly that's still the second short film that I've shot that has the most like bad things happening. Because to me,
Yeah.
Brooklyn Boy, I'm honored to be a part of that project. It wasn't my project. Like I did direct it, but like it was more of a like higher project. It wasn't really my project, so like I was kind of doing everything. He knows. But the worst thing is that the actual main character that was gonna play the part, like the main character. So his call was at 3 p.m. So the guy called
Yep.
at 2:30 to say that he wasn't going.
Wow.
Yep. Right when we were about to shoot, the main character says, "Yeah, I'm not really feeling it," and we were all like,
I think he was in
set
Connecticut
up.
or something.
Yeah, he was in Connecticut. We were all set up in costume and rehearsing lines, and we were like, "Where is this guy?" You know, because I mean, you've probably heard me say on this podcast before. If I take lead actor role very seriously, if you're a lead actor, you have to lead. That is the first word of the title.
The film is literally counting
Yeah.
on you.
But if I'm the lead actor and I don't show up with my lines ready, I don't show up on time, I don't show up ready to rehearse with people. If I don't take that step forward, the whole film goes to crap. You know.
Yo, 50, hit up KP for power, man. Okay, let's get my man on power. Stop playing.
I mean, you know, talk about that later. But yeah, it's just and to you know, shout out to whoever that person is. But if you drop a project 30 minutes before you're supposed to be there, like,
To me, it goes, and the funny thing about that comment is that it actually goes both ways. I've actually every single person that comes to work for me or with me, I always say one thing: the moment that you say yes, I don't care if it's like for $1 million or for nothing at all. But you say yes, you are giving, you're putting your name on there. So you got to do everything you can. Like, for example, one thing that you're going to see with me and my company that I've implemented in my company and everybody that has worked with and for me is that I don't care if it's little or high budget, but if you say yes, we do what we do. Quality is key. Always. Because guess what? If you say you're going to do it for free and then you half-ass it, guess what? Your name is still going to be
It's
there.
still
When
on there.
people ask who did that, they're going to say your name.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a saying out there that you're as good as your last project.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it affects.
We had a long conversation about that too.
We did have the
Yeah, we
conversation.
had a
about the
long
feature.
conversation about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very, very true. But yeah, back to Brooklyn Boy real quick. That was when they shoot, the main character dropped out, and then we had somebody who does not act, wasn't an actor, and I don't think he's acted since, become our main character.
Wow.
And
You want to know who it was?
please shout him out.
It was the bus boy for the equipment bus.
Wow.
Yeah, he wasn't even planning on being an actor. He
He
was just,
wasn't even working. He was
Yeah.
just driving a bus.
I think he
And
was
then
doing somebody a favor, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
doing like the person that got us the equipment. He was driving the equipment truck, and then all of a sudden he was there, and he was like, "Oh, if y'all need somebody, I can do it." And they were like, "Bro, honestly, we don't really have a choice." And me as a director, I'm gonna be honest, as a director, I'm picky as fuck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like,
You have
Thank
to.
you,
You have
because
to.
I got chosen.
no, because at the end of the day, like to me, it's really important as a director to create some sort of connection. Like it is an adventure.
That's
between
who's
two-
representing your story.
It is like they guide whatever story you want to tell as a director, and the thing is, you have to try as a director to
Guide them.
break them loose out of their comfort box.
Yep.
And the only way you can do that is by having comfort, like between actor director. And it's a beautiful relationship, but at the same time, it's like extremely hard because like me as a director, I have to use psychology, which I have my best friend like
Yeah.
actually is a psychologist, and one of the things that I implement the most is psychology when I'm directing
Mm-hmm.
with the actors,
Mm-hmm.
because you can talk about like all the techniques like Stanislavski, Anderson, like anything that you wanna implement as an actor. You have techniques that are your base, but at the end of the day, that's gonna change depending on the director you work with.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that's how I know. Like for example, you come to me and you say like, my go-to technique is Stanislavski. And I go like, okay, I have an idea of what his technique is, but let's sit down. Don't talk about work. Let's just
Yeah.
have a beer. Let's just talk.
Let's
That's what I
let's
do.
tap into who you are.
So, and once we get that like comfort to actually be comfortable in the same space as each other, then you gotta understand. Because the truth is, without sugarcoating it, the director has to be able to say like, "Bro, this sucks" to the actor,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to like, "Really? What can I do to be better?" Not like, "What? What are you saying? I'm great."
That right there is another gem he just dropped for y'all. When I was in training as a young actor, one of one of the life changing, career changing things that my late great acting coach Anne Rattray, rest in peace. One of the things she did to me was she pulled me to the side and said, "Kevin, stop being trash." She said it in a much more
Poetic way.
Ouch,
much more
baby.
poetic way. But that let me know, like, you believe that I'm actually good, and I got to get out of my own head in order to be the great actor that she wants me to be. You know, and another thing about being a psychologist, well, knowing about psychology with directing, a part of acting is bringing out emotions. A part of being a psychologist, being a therapist, is tapping into those emotions and having to bring them out. That's really because you could be a director, as in, like he's saying, technical and movement and stuff, or you could just be somebody that, I know how to make you feel sad, and I need you to feel sad right now.
Not only that, because here's somebody that I think this is the most I don't know what the word.
Appreciated,
I think underrated, appreciated. It's like so many
Underestimated.
words to it, but
It's under
it's
something.
something under. But the truth is that so you don't know what a life changing power the director has when he's directing an actor, because acting is actually to me one of the most dangerous jobs out there.
Oh, thank you.
People think that acting is like, hey, ha, cry, cry.
Oh yeah.
But when you,
tell these people what I do, bro. Go ahead, talk. Tell these people what I do.
I don't know if it's what you do, but no. But the truth is, I'm joking. But like the truth is that an actor like well, you see it every day. You saw it. I think the best way to describe it, which is something that all the viewers would probably like notice, is the Heath Ledger story with the Joker.
Rest in peace. One of my inspirations.
An actor, there's actors that get so deeply because it is a psychological process. People don't understand that. It's not just like I'm gonna fake. No, you have to, like, for it to actually work, you gotta become what you're portraying. And some people like literally have issues with letting it go. That happened to Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger like did three, because it wasn't just the Joker. For everybody to know, it was like, I think it was like three characters at the same time. Because after that, he did the Emporium of something something, which is like a trippy ass movie. You should definitely.
Oh, I
watch it.
think I know which one. It was like an ensemble cast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking
and it was like all together, and he was he had issues with sleep because he like it literally becomes voices in your head. I'm not even joking. It sounds like freaky, but it becomes voices in your head. For example, one of my favorite actors, which is he's extremely underrated to my taste, is Gary Oldman.
Oh
Wow, sorry. Ben, come. Okay.
he said that like 12 times to me today, but it's okay.
I am kind of hungry though.
It's all right. You can definitely keep using that joke.
But Gary Oldman, for example, to me, Gary Oldman is one of the most expanded actors there is. Like you can throw anything at that guy, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And one of the things he says, like he has actually like gone on an interview, said, I forgot how to talk. This is not my real voice. I forgot how it was, because he has done so many interpretations of different like accents, forms of speaking, like tones and stuff. And that's ridiculous. One of the like craziest to me, like the movie is not good, but like one of the craziest characters that he has done was Dracula.
You didn't like it? It was like bad good. You know what I mean?
Okay,
it was
sorry.
bad
Now
good.
I'm gonna be the interviewer.
Okay.
It was like good bad, you said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because there's bad, and then there's
please
bad.
describe that.
So bad is a movie that is just bad, right? But bad good is a movie that this is a bad movie. It's not well made, but I can't look away. Or like it'll have just moments that's like culturally impactful.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I freaking love this guy. I love him. And I would definitely play his brother in a movie. But the thing is that Keanu Reeves was extremely bad in that movie. He was just bad.
He has a lot of bad good movies.
He has a lot of great
He has a lot of bad good movies.
I think that's like his bad movie. It was a bad movie. But Gary Oldman, bro, that portrayal was like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember his portrayal in Leo? Leo the Assassin?
No, I don't think I've
Is it
seen. I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's Leo the Assassin.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one. But I know Gary Oldman's done Dracula, Sirius Black. He's done Commissioner Gordon. Like he's all over the place with that stuff. The movie he had with Denzel with the Book of Eli, that was another one that's like completely different from everything else.
Denzel is another badass.
Denzel's
To me, Denzel is one of the best like dialogue actors there are.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Because you could read a paragraph like Denzel.
Bro, fences. Just fences. Just
Oh
going
man,
fences.
Fences is one of the plays that taught me how to act.
Did you see the movie?
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. I was in the movie theater saying the
I
monologue.
thought you were just gonna say you were in the movie, and I was like, I do not remember you in the movie. But
Actually,
kudos to you.
I auditioned. Fun fact: I auditioned to play Denzel's son when they did the Fences on Broadway. Because my acting coach was like, "You look just
I'm gonna
enough
call
like
them
Denzel."
and say like they were wrong for not casting.
Thank you. But yeah, she
Guys,
told me I look just enough like Denzel to try.
Let me ask you guys a question. As producer and actor, how important is the feng shui on set? Could this actually make or break the movie?
Okay, I'm just gonna remind you that I just moved to the States. So what is feng shui?
The dynamics,
Chemistry.
the chemistry.
Oh, everything.
It's everything.
Everything. So so as a producer and director, I'm gonna say this real quick. My job is to get together X amount of people to work together
Mm-hmm.
to create one thing. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've worked with the best. I've worked with the best of the best of the best.
He's worked with me.
I was just about to say that. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
And the truth is, at the end of the day, I'm the like as a director, I rather work with a mediocre person that I connect with than the best that I do not connect with.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you see that. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I was mentioning this earlier. Art is a form of expressing what you feel, what's inside. If you do not have the facility to do that because there's this person that's just trying to do what they want, then it's never gonna work. And the beauty of film is that you got like honestly a film crew is over 100 people. A film crew is like if you go like Endgame, I think the crew was like 800 people, something like that.
I was gonna say at least close to 1,000, at least.
And I'm thinking,
And though each and every one of those heads, they were given the freedom to do what they know how to do, the way they know how to do it, to create one project. So there has to be chemistry. That's not even a question. That's just like there has to be. There, if there's not, you don't have a project for sure. For sure, there's nothing. Like I could, for example, I've done a lot of things in my life. I have over 500 projects under my name. And I can tell you that none of those projects I would have done without my crew. 500. None of them. Like I am nothing without the people that surround me, without my crew, without my DPs, without my producers, without my art directors, without my production designers, without my editors, without my gaffers, scripts, everything.
Round of applause for everybody who's working in the shop.
from the MC.
Crew and the cast are so important. You know, the crew is almost as more important than the cast.
I can only imagine. Like I'm picturing a scenario where, like, let's just say I'm directing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're acting,
Mm-hmm.
and this is like at the beginning of the production, and it just so happens that in the storyline, this is a sad scene.
Mm-hmm.
However, you come in as an actor, you're blind to the actual scene. You're not certain if it's sad. So I feel like as a director, that's where you come in. Like, well, Kevin, look, the scene right before this, your mother passed away. So this is a sad scene.
All right, so
I believe like there's a lot of coaching involved.
In that case, it's the actor's responsibility to read the entire script, right? Second, the producer should make sure that the actor is well aware of what's going on. But let's say that happens, right? If the actor, the director, if the crew, there's no chemistry, then the project has a ceiling. Will it get finished? Will it get completed? Sure. But it has a ceiling. If there's the chemistry, that one would never happen. And two, there is no ceiling. Who knows how good the project could be?
I'm actually gonna like jump in that one
Please.
because I actually had this exact conversation this morning. So there's an element. I'm gonna tell you something about the way that I direct. The easiest thing in the world as a director is to find an actor that can cry on call, get mad on call, get sad on call, get happy on call, get goofy or nerdy on call. That's the easiest thing to do. But the thing that actually makes an actor like kind of get out of that, like, you're not just another one, is themselves. It's the element of surprise. It's that thing that makes you human. It's that thing that makes you unique, which is yourself. Hence why I always try to get that out of the actors as much as I can. One of the techniques that I use is that I do not give the same script to any of my actors.
Nice.
Like my script, I got the general script, but like if I hire him, he's not gonna have the same script that I do. You want to know why? First rule I give to any actor that works for me in any type of project is okay. The only rule I'm gonna give you, the only thing that I'm gonna ask you never to do is that unless I say cut, you don't get out of your character.
Yes. Bro, I say
Even
that.
if you think that this is wrong, this went wrong, this is horrible. He said what he didn't have to say.
Yo, I hate that.
Like you don't stop until you hear,
Yo.
hey, cut. That's when you stop.
Yo,
I
you
could see that.
reach into the
I could see
quiet,
that.
So you want to
brother.
know? Because like for example, the short film that I'm working on right now, there's honestly there's 3 characters, 3. There's 3 and a baby, and I am going to give different scripts to each and every one of those actors. Why? Because like the main actor right now, so there's so many things going on that he should never know. He can't know. So the moment that it happens on scene, you capture that natural thing that makes that person a good actor to me. Kevin, honestly, you're a great actor.
Thank you.
I told you this like the first time. We weren't able to, and I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't able to like actually work how I work with an actor because he knows like I was all over the place. I had to be DP, I had to edit, I had to direct, I had to help with the script, I had to help with production. So I was like all over the place. So like having time to actually rehearse was like out of the question. But
Well, nah,
I did notice
we weren't rehearsing, we were scrambling.
so what I did was the best thing that I did. I don't know if you remember this, that I got the 4 characters because he was like working with 4 other characters, and I was like, guys, just talk shit. I don't want you to rehearse. I don't want you to do anything. Just talk, get to know each other, feel comfortable with each other, and you can see that in the short. I'm not gonna say it's like a award winning short film, but it's a great short because you saw that like colloquialness in in the momentum of the scene.
Yeah. I remember that exact moment. And
It is.
if I see any of those actors, it's all love. Like, I don't talk to them every day, but if I see them, it's like, yo, what's good, bro?
Shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to all of them.
How much does it help that you also edit? Or would you advise producers to hire a separate editor?
Okay. So my story goes from editor. Well, I actually studied in New York Film Academy, and New York Film Academy. So I noticed that, and everybody noticed that I should be a director. But I started like when I started my professional life, it was editing. Editing is good. It's extremely great, especially for example, we were talking about earlier music videos. For music videos, being an editor is awesome to direct because like you know what to shoot, and you don't have to like kind of sugarcoat anything, and you just go straight to what you need. But editing is the most important part of any film. Why? Because like you have everybody's works in your hands.
Yep.
If you fuck up, everybody fucks up.
Yep.
If you do good, everybody does good.
First thing
We
they
talk
teach.
about actors,
Yeah.
DPs, directors, producers, production designers, art directors, and all of them. It all depends at the end of the day to one person that's who is gonna cut and paste everything.
First thing they teach you as an actor is be nice to all the editors.
Like
Editors.
one other thing about editing, like feature film editing, one of the most important and to me the most difficult part of it is actually cutting actor scenes because
Yeah, I could
You
see
have
that.
I
could see
have
that.
seen literally a scene shot, well, a
I could
shot
see
of
that.
a scene shot like at least like 40
That
times.
happens a lot.
Like this is take 40. Blank.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. And the editor has to get that exact moment where the actor looks good, because if not, the actor's gonna look like
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what they're doing.
So it's usually bad scenes that get cut.
Nah,
course.
good ones could get cut too. Good scenes could get cut too.
But I would say
Good-
you would
good-
try to avoid to
Of
cut
course,
the
you
good
want the
scenes, you
best
know?
quality, of course, but the good scenes, the good takes. As an actor,
What would be a scenario where you cut the good scene?
Okay,
so we're back. We had we kind of just had like 30 minutes of just straight fire talking though. Like we kind
We've
of
had
cut the
another
camera off and
interview.
just started going crazy. But I want to bring everybody back. So what we left off with was, why would you cut a good scene as an editor, as a director, this, that, and the third? What makes you be what makes you be like, damn, nah, I gotta cut
That's
that.
actually the most heartbreaking part of filmmaking. So you have great scenes, but the thing is, it's not a scene that tells the story. It's the general thing.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, the most likely influence of cutting a good scene is the timing. Um, Normally a
Like
good movie
hitting
is, yeah, because like
the time of the
That's what
movie.
I was saying.
okay, who of you guys have seen like this the snacks? Wait, Zack Snyder's Justice League cut of.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I know
I saw it.
I know it's
Fire, bro.
I know it's damn
Fire.
near a
Alright,
series.
definitely. Let's
Damn
get
near a
something clear.
4-part series,
I am a
yeah.
filmmaker and I love my indie films. Like to me, like actually well produced, well scripted, well acted films are everything. But I have a geek part, which is
Okay.
DC and Star Wars. Star Wars is my go-to. Like
Okay.
actually,
As a filmmaker, I could see that.
I can describe everyone.
And you have that too, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're like super spiritual. Like there's like a big description.
I know about this.
And then you have like
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon. That's Star Wars.
Mhm.
My thing. But yeah, but the thing is like I've actually had to do this a couple times and it hurts, because hence the whole having like surrounding yourself by like an actual good team that's always gonna be truthful to the project. Um, which is you have this great scene, it's beautiful, but then when you put everything together, like it is awesome, but it's not gonna help the story.
It stands out, right? And it hurts you.
And it hurts you because you're like, it's yeah, but it's that's the well, when I'm actually doing some well, not too long ago, I did this project with like students, filmmaking students, and I was helping them out with their short films, like for thesis. And this is the one thing that I've always tell every filmmaker, actually, no matter what you do, like actor, producer, DP, you always have to learn the difference between what you want and what you need. That's so important.
Spoke like a true producer.
Cause like me as a director, I want so much, bro. I want so much. I want so much. I always want so much. But the truth is, like, what do I need to tell a story that I want to tell?
Mm-hmm.
And that changes everything. That's where the structure comes. That's where the like organization comes. Like you have to like be, you have to follow. That's why like directors have assistant directors. The actual boss of a set. People think it's like, oh, I'm a director, I'm a boss. That's not true. That's not true. You're like the third person that has to say. Like the first one is the AD, which is the assistant
That's
director. Then goes
hilarious.
the producer. Then goes the director.
Mm-hmm.
That's
funny.
But the assistant director is the one that's saying like every time I go like my assistant director is actually my cousin. He's called Fermin Perez. He's from DR.
Shout out to him.
Best freaking person in the world. And like like I fucking love working with him because like he has been with me since I was a kid. He's way older than me, and like he actually has been an inspiration to me. And like every
Nice.
time, like the first time I hired him, I'm never gonna forget that he said like, "You have what it takes, but you gotta listen. You gotta
Yeah,
listen. You gotta
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
listen, and you're gonna be successful." And,
'Cause
and I was like, "I'm gonna listen to anything you
A
freaking have
director
to say."
is all
Mhm.
over the place. The AD is like, bro,
Whoa!
Call
Beautiful anecdote. So I studied in New York Film Academy. I went to the art to shoot my thesis film. So that was the one time in my life that I actually took advantage of my last name. When I say took advantage of my last name in DR, as I said, my family is big. My father was the real G in DR.
Mhm.
You,
So
you,
I had everything. I had equipment. I had lights. I had crew. I had everything.
Yeah.
which
Shoot a
helps.
movie.
Helps.
No.
No, it does not
It's
help.
actually more of a
It
hindrance.
doesn't.
It's more of a
Actually,
hindrance, yeah.
You having access to that too early is the worst thing that could happen to you.
How so? Please elaborate.
So here it goes. The anecdote. So I shot my thesis for New York Film Academy. The first day, here it goes. I have everything, man. I have absolutely everything. I had the lights, I had the camera, I have the crew. I even have cranes and stuff for a short film. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. And then when I'm gonna direct the first scene, the first shot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Uh,
I just noticed something.
Yeah.
I'm like the one person here without experience. All these
Yep.
people here like go over
Yep.
me by
Wow.
decades.
And they're looking at you like you better be good.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? And I was like, what am I supposed to tell you to do? What the hell?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Actually, that wasn't. You said we were talking about earlier, like the moment where everything changed, and I actually believe that that was the moment where everything changed because that was the moment that I decided to take 100 steps back, and I started like focusing on like how am I gonna tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
The short film, I ended up shooting the short film because my dad and my cousin, which is my AD today, they told me like, yo, I know like now you're like I was in shock. And they were like, you're in shock. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. And they were like, snap out of it. We're already here. Just
Yep.
do it. And then we start from all over again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's what we did.
That's the difference between training and actually being in the field, bro.
So when that happened was like, okay, I shot my thesis. Everybody loved my thesis in New York Film Academy, but then I decided to just start. Okay, so now I'm gonna focus on tell a story. I started doing like short, like really short shorts. And I started doing like with my phone. I started doing like I just want to tell a story from point A, B to C. Then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna add like photography. Let's make it look a little bit better. I called
Mhm.
somebody that I know that knew how to manipulate, like at least manipulate a camera better than I did, and then we did that. And then was like, I'm
Can
gonna
you
focus on actors.
let me stop you right there. Can you give me an example of like one of your favorite shots that you've done?
Actually, my favorite shot that I have done was in a music video I did for a friend that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Called Constante. It's actually a Christian music video. When he showed me the song, I felt it. I'm actually pretty like I believe in God, and I believe that He made me, and I'm here for Him.
Yeah.
And
What's the name of the music video and the
so it's
artist?
Constante
By?
Olivier. So it's like Oliver, but with an I before the Olivier.
Got you.
And it's the first shot, the first and last shot. So the first shot was in a tunnel. And to me, it was like beautiful. I worked with actually one of my right hands today in the States, which is his name is Miguel. He's a DP. Shout out. And then like the last shot, which was I remember it was in Orchard Beach that I saw this like little like pathway that you went to,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got into this like weird like beach.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this, and I always thought like, ah, this would be beautiful. And then when we were shooting the video, and I was like, wait, it's snowing. Let's go to Orchard. This would probably look awesome.
The
we
Bronx.
just
Visuals,
The
man.
Bronx is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a deep video because it had very few cuts. It was more of a scenery and the
Yeah.
visuals of the actual video that capture you.
Yeah. And he did it. He did it with a Ronin and natural light. No,
Oh,
no crew, no natural
No,
light.
like,
Natural light.
everything was natural.
Yeah.
I actually, if I emphasize to the fact of using natural light. I actually have another music video. It's called La Playita by Lo Blanquito, which was hired by Sony.
Lo Blanquito from DR. Shout outs to Los
It was-
Popis.
This song was like,
Guessing.
so when they sent me the song, it's a fun song. It's actually one of my favorite songs of them. And I was like, yeah, but this has to be like you want people to say like I want to be there. To actually believe that they want to be there and believe that that's actually a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, that is what film is about. That
Yeah.
what videos are about.
Yeah.
That you create this scenario for people to actually imagine themselves in it. And we just went, bro. It was actually that's one of the funnest music videos that we've shot. Because I was like, we're making a road trip. We're going to the R, one of the most beautiful beaches in the R, which is called Rio San Juan, and we're just gonna shoot. We got the classic Yola, La Yola, the crystal clear beaches. Freaking, there's even whales in the video, and everything was natural. Like everything was natural.
Now that you mentioned that, like, what is like your creative process? If I come to you, I want to make a video. Like, what mind state do you have to be in? Like, okay, this is what I see. Let's shoot this.
Surprisingly, that's one of the most asked questions. And the thing that I always say is my first step, which defines my process entirely, is what do you want? What do you want to feel? What's the message that you want to bring? Because there's like people that just want to do music videos just because. That's the truth. Or videos by themselves. But the thing is, you have no idea the power of visuals. It could
Yes.
be a picture, or it could be a video, or it could be a painting. You have no idea the power. There's a saying: one picture is 1,000 words, and that's the truth. Imagine a video. So, like, my first step with everything is just sit down, kind of take the time to know the person that's trying to hire me. I'm not really a
That's the
person
chemistry convo we had earlier.
Feng shui.
Yeah, fancy words, by the way. But the truth is, I just rather get to know the person, kind of get to know their feelings and everything, and then out of that and out of the what they want, I kind of create a proposal. I always create proposals first, and from there we go on. Then we go production design, logistics. I talk with my production team. We kind of structure everything. Uh, I'm actually pretty different to most of directors and production companies when it comes to like budgeting. Because I rather just ask, like, okay, what's your budget? I'm not gonna like ask you because if I go with the numbers that I know that I would need, like everybody would just run away. So I go like, what do you have? And let's see what we can do with what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I've had kids that they're trying to get into the industry and they call me. They move heaven and earth to call me. I'm not even joking. And they go like, I want to make a video with you. And I was like, I would love to. Let me see your music.
Try.
I hear the music. One thing that I always
Yeah.
Basura.
no. Actually, something about the music. I always tell the artist is that one thing that makes me choose or not a client is if you show me how much you're willing to give for your own music. Because here's the thing: if you want me to sacrifice my
That's an
time,
interesting question.
if you want me to sacrifice my time, I need to feel from you that you're sacrificing everything for your product. Because you're the one trying to get me to get into your product. But if you go to me like I have $1,000, make me a video. I'm like, I don't feel like you're like actually sacrificing anything for your music. So you don't believe in your music. What makes you think that I will?
I say you don't believe in yourself. I
That
want
shit.
me to believe in you.
Shit.
But
You don't
then
believe in
there
yourself.
comes-
Why you believing in me?
There comes the let's call it the ugly duckling. That's the person that nobody really looks at it, but that person
Yep.
is actually giving their all. And I would work for that person. If that person comes to me and says like I only have $1,000, I would be like, okay, let's see what we can do with $1,000. It's fine, of course. I'm not gonna charge anything from $1,000, but I'm willing to make the sacrifice to create something, to collaborate. The actual real meaning of collaborating. Because one thing that I tell every up and coming artist is like, you have to show me that you believe in your music. Because I've seen kids that they come to me and they go like, "Ah, I only have $1,000. This has actually happened. This has actually happened." They go like, "I have $1,000 to shoot a music video," but then I see them in a bar, they're like in a bar.
Why are you talking about Kevin? Why are you talking about Kevin?
No, he's not. No, he is not. No, he is not.
I'm not
Trust
like
me.
that's literally you just wasted 5K and they're showing and then they're showing like I actually saw, bro, this is actually something that happened. This kid came to me. He offered me, if I'm not mistaken, was $2,000, which was, and he wanted this crazy ass video. And I was like,
Mhm.
we can't do that. Let's
For
get
yeah,
something simpler. Let's do something simpler if that's your budget.
yeah.
And he was like, no, 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 I want to do this. And then like I remember like 2 days after, he's like, he posted this like reel on Instagram and he had like
He,
10K cash in
Dominican.
a table. I'm not gonna say
yeah,
where.
he's a star. That's you know the vibe.
You know the
It sounds to
vibe.
me. It sounds to me that a theme throughout this entire interview has been passion. Has been the money is going to be there, but it's not the end all be all. And in terms of your status and your talent, you like to give back. Doesn't have to be financially, but in terms of status and talent, you like to give back. You like to help people.
Yeah.
What are
Actually, instead of giving back, it would be more connected.
well, you're building a community.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Very true. So, okay, I could ask the same question in terms of building a community. How? Oh, I got to go in. How would you go about bridging the gap between your community in the U.S. and your community in DR? Specifically DR, because I know you're all around the world, but specifically DR with your background.
So I have my crew. I have my like. I'm never gonna deny that my family comes from DR, and whoever I whoever I am today as a filmmaker and as a artist comes from DR.
Mm-hmm.
So like the gap, I wouldn't even say there is one. Because at the end of the day, as what I was saying earlier, like I am who I am because of the people that surround me. Whoever I feel comfortable with. If I grow, they grow.
Mm-hmm.
If they grow, I grow. And I can for sure say that right now, no questions asked, eyes closed. I would
Cheers,
say
my brother.
Bars.
Cheers,
From
my
the
the sound effects, by the way.
And that's him
Oh.
doing it. He didn't. That's not a template.
No, but that's the truth. So I'm gonna say this, and probably I don't know who's gonna take this the wrong way or anything, but I hate freaking like the last names they put to everything. Like for example, Dominican films, Argentinian
Oh my
films,
God! You
Mexican films.
yes,
the Dominican dembow.
yes,
So
yes.
it's like I get the question.
We can
but
go back
like,
and forth on that.
It kind of gets me into that.
We
Because at
could
the
go
end of
back
the
and
day,
forth on that.
they're filmmakers. I'm gonna work
Yeah,
with whoever I
yeah.
feel comfortable with.
Yeah, but you know what? My bad to cut you off, but I feel like because I did my Guaki 1 and my Guaki 2, I'm seeing how
Shout out to Carlitos.
Shadow Calito. I'm seeing how the tag Dominican rom com, Dominican actor, Dominican because
And
it
by the way, I told this to Carlito. Manguaki is not a rom com.
what do you mean?
It's not. It's not. To me, actually, and I'm saying this to the public.
It was romantic and
Manguaki,
comedic.
Yeah, it did. It did. The first one kind of like, I would say it tried to go there. But the thing is, it's actually it's actually an extremely
Don't do that, don't do that,
well
don't do that.
placed story. And now with part 2,
Mhm.
which I recommend everybody to see, it is going to be like an actual extremely strong story.
Yeah.
One of the things I remember when we went in the premiere. You remember that question they asked about the transition about like Latin Americans living in New York?
Yeah, of course.
That question to me, it was like, here's the beauty of like I've been talking to Carlitos a lot,
Mhm.
and the truth is he has no idea what he accomplished. He by being somebody passionate, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the passion and the effort you put into it. He tried something that came from him,
Mhm.
and he has no idea that he actually did something that people have been trying to do for years.
Very unique, I would say.
Mhm.
And
Shout out to Calito. Let's get a round of applause for
Very
Calito.
unique.
I would say that the first Mangoaki was more of a rom com than the second one. I think the first one is. I think the first one. I think the first one is easily funnier than the second one. The second one was more drama.
What's the name of the kid actor?
Christopher Amarante, I believe. I hope I didn't butcher your name. But it's the second one had more tone of seriousness and drama, as opposed to the first one was more establishing pretty much a universe, because he wants to do like 7 or 8 of them, and we 9, and we wanted to go and be funny and be romantic, and there was different elements of it.
Here's the thing, and that's I think that the element of being like kind of funny comes from the taboo, the wrongly placed taboo about being Dominican.
What do you mean by that?
So I don't know if you guys see, like, I'm gonna be honest with the film. You were asking me earlier about Ley de Cine.
I'm here for it, man. Yes.
You want to do the question that way I can like.
Oh, you want? No, I actually wanted to hear. I thought you were gonna elaborate on why they tried and didn't make it.
No, it's not. It's not that.
No, he didn't say. He didn't
I'm
say.
starting beef, man. I'm starting beef. Luke Bond, are you listening?
You're not doing that with me on camera,
Luke Bond, are you listening?
You're not. But he wasn't saying. He didn't say that we didn't do
You
it.
got real serious when you said that they tried.
No,
because that's not what he said.
No,
that's not what he said. He said that he was talking about the difference between his first 2 movies. Yeah.
Kevin, I'm trying to stir the pot, man.
No. But like, for example, Carlitos, I give it to him, and like in the sense of like DR, like so again, the taboo about DR. DR actually has great films. Great films. We actually were just for the first time ever, we won best film in Berlin.
Oh, nice. Well, what film?
So it's actually a good friend of mine called Nelson. He's a director. He did a so it's like a docudrama called Pepe. It's about a hippo.
What?
Nice.
I have to look this up.
Nice.
And he just won best film in Berlin. Berlin is the 3rd best festival in the world.
Mm-hmm. I
have to see this film.
I had a movie in Berlin.
Yeah.
Like the 3 like
Yeah.
G's of film.
I had
You got in there, like you're like I made it.
So I had a film that was in Berlin and in Sundance.
Shut up.
I did.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Real quick.
I haven't seen it, bro. I did the film. I didn't have like a big part in it, but I was in it. I did the film, and the director went completely ghost.
Out your baby.
Haven't even.
What's it called?
I am not even gonna give him that clout, bro.
Damn.
Real quick.
Should have sent me the footage.
Best 3 producers overall and best 3 Dominican
producers.
That was a weird question.
Yeah.
Directors. My bad. Directors.
Oh,
best 3 directors.
Producers?
Yes, and your 3 overall.
Oh, okay. So best 3 producers in general and best 3 Dominican producers.
So
well, directors. He corrected me earlier, and our producer
In
director.
DR, I would say I'm not saying like best last. I'm just saying the 3 that I consider like best.
The 3 that you would recognize.
So I would say Tawa Blanchard, and I would say Jose Maria Cabral, and Fernando Baez, rest in peace.
Shots. And 3 overall, because I know you like Star Wars a lot.
Hitchcock.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hitchcock, Scorsese, and Nolan.
Oh my god.
More shots.
And Nolan.
Bro.
Because here's the thing. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
The thing is that I think those 3. There's so many more. Like I'm actually, because people are gonna say those are like the go-to. But the thing is that I've influenced I've developed like my structure as a director based on like those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nolan's storytelling technique, hence playing with the
Top tier.
lines.
Top tier.
Then I go like Scorsese's like just character development.
Mm-hmm.
Character development.
And
He's
his
amazing in
pictures
everything,
too.
but like the character development of Martin Scorsese is just.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go Hitchcock because let's be real,
Just artistic.
had balls.
Yeah.
That guy had balls. I was like, Hitchcock's people don't really know this. People think Hitchcock and they go like Psycho, like the freaking shower scene and everything, but they don't know that that person right there for that scene, he sacrificed absolutely everything. He was homeless because he used his house to pay the film that nobody wanted to do, and he did Psycho.
Mm.
That's why I picked Hitchcock because of the balls, because of the passion, because that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
That is the truth. Like at the end of the day, if I get to actually have that feeling for a project, I think that I wouldn't need anything else in the world.
You have to
Except
respect
my
that,
wife.
bro.
Except my wife.
Somebody that is willing to risk it all to
Mm.
bet it on
And it was
themselves.
both him and his wife, to be clear.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think that we could damn near start a podcast just about filmmaking, because like the stuff that I wanted to get to that I didn't get to, and the stuff that you said that we could just go another hour on. Like we could talk about this shit.
Bro,
all
we've
day.
been doing it ever since we did the episode over here at
We're gonna end up doing this like
was it
part
Siete
one and part two.
Tacos? No, my fault. You can say
Havana
taco,
tacos,
Havana tacos,
Shout out
Havana
G-Man, what's
tacos.
poppin'?
Shout outs to G
I
man.
mean, I mean, like between the three of us, we could do like a podcast solely on film.
Sure, bro. I'm very intrigued. My man's an editor. I'm all about editing, and we
For sure.
didn't even get to the marketing part of this whole ordeal.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother 2 hours.
That's a whole nother realm. You know?
Marketing is, to me, it's not that hard though. It's not that long. If you want to ask it,
We can get into that another time, bro. Like, yeah.
I want to get to the question that you wanted to ask, and I think we should end it.
Yes. So let's end it.
End it on that topic. Yeah,
I'm actually having fun. Damn.
I know, right? We got to do this again. But continue, please.
No, dale. I thought you were gonna ask it, or you want me to go?
It's your
okay.
question.
So I wanted to ask you because you mentioned it earlier. What is La Ley del Cine? Why was it implemented? And overall, how is it being utilized?
So La Ley de Cine, it's actually incentive law that's in the R for like investment for film. So it
Ooh.
actually implies that like any person in DR, well, actually, there's two. So it's divided in two. So there's like local, and then there's like international.
Okay.
So the local one implies that any company that uses X amount of money, pays X amount of money in taxes, they can use 25% of those taxes to invest in film.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So you get a certificate. Like once the film is shot, you get a certificate back. So when you're gonna pay that general X amount, you have the 25%. It's a certificate. So it's like the money you pay taxes is actually used for film.
Oh wow.
By film, do you mean like just movies
features,
or?
only features.
Gotcha.
And so like it's kind of the same thing when it comes internationally, but the thing is that when you do, you get the certificate, so you sell that certificate to a company that pays taxes in the R.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Because I thought it was like straight from the company. Because like in that case, it changes a lot. Because as opposed to me being a company and just seeking where I could distribute these funds, I could have a company such as your own company, shoot a movie, and then we'll just give them the tax break off the certificate. Nice. That's a gem, bro. That's something a lot of people don't know.
That is, and a lot of people should know that.
It definitely has been a blessing, and actually, so a lot of people have noticed that. So, for example, Netflix has shot, I think, about like 15 movies in the R and shows.
Really?
I don't know if you guys saw the show, the series called The Island.
I haven't seen it.
Sounds
So
familiar.
it's like The Island. This was I honestly
Netflix movie.
shocking.
Netflix
No, it
series.
wasn't Netflix. I know it wasn't Netflix, but it was like this like long show, and it was shot entirely in the R. The actually a movie that just got out, which is Roadhouse by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Roadhouse.
Was shot
Fire.
It was shot entirely in the R.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another one was The Assassin with
Keanu.
no, it wasn't Keanu.
Gary.
The one that plays Magneto in X-Men.
Oh, Fassbender. No.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender? The
Yeah,
young
Michael
Magneto.
Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender, yeah.
So that was like The Assassin, which is actually one of my he's another one of my favorite directors, David Fincher. Did that movie. He's actually the director of Fight Club.
Yes.
He
Yes.
did this, and it was entirely shot in. Well, not entirely shot in DR. That's a lot. It was like, I think like a half of it was in DR.
Probably enough to get that
But like
tax break.
any person that lives in DR would see the movie, and it's like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what movie was shot in DR? Fast and
I
Furious.
knew you. Yo, I knew he was gonna go there.
There was one scene.
You know when Diesel got a Dembo,
There
right?
was one scene,
You
yeah.
know how fun.
That's why I know he was a
Man, you went to the motherland.
You want to go to the motherland, really?
No, I said
First-
check it out. I like dollars.
Check it out. The first Jurassic Park actually has.
Mhm.
Nah, you're lying.
I'm not. I'm actually. That's true. Yeah.
Oh shit,
Hey
Jam.
man, listen, one of my goals in this acting shit is to go back to DR and film. And it'll probably happen whether this year or next year. So
Bro, it's
Very
gonna happen
excited.
pretty soon. I can see that.
very excited about that.
A lot of big moves are being made, man.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it is like DR has. I'm not gonna lie. DR has a lot to give. There's so many great artists and people that work in film and in every aspect of it. Dominican Republic to me is an epitome of art. It is.
Didn't you meet your wife in DR?
Yeah.
You guys met on set, right?
Actually, we met because I hired her for this music video that I was gonna shoot, and the music video ended up being canceled.
Oh,
Oh, so you guys were meant to meet.
I definitely,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
like, I'm
100%.
not even joking nor trying to be cute or anything, but like definitely yes. I think that's like a spiritual thing that we had to meet because the moment that I met her, I mentioned this earlier. It was like it was a moment in my life
Yeah.
that I did that was like not in the picture at all.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
now she's my wife.
yeah.
And
On that note, shout out to Love, shout out to your wife Leah. Arturo, thank you for coming and having one of the best podcasts we've ever had on Dyckman Podcast, my brother.
I
For
loved
real.
it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you. You're welcome back anytime. Anytime. You probably will be back just cause. My man.
Guys, stay tuned to the series. Like I said on prior episodes, Casual Supremacy, we're always rolling. Behind the music, we're on season 2 right now. Expect episode 4 dropping soon. Follow us on Instagram, Dyckman Podcast, X, Facebook. If you're a fucking driver, if you're a nurse that works at night, if you have headphones somewhere, if you go to the gym, si tú lavas ropa, si tú vives fregando en tu casa, make sure you put the Dyckman Podcast. Stop fucking playing with us.
That's a fact. If you out there ordering pizzas, if you out there getting beers at 4 in the morning, if you out there going to McDonald's when you're on a diet, make sure you put the Dyckman Podcast sticker. Cause yo, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Everywhere I go in the hood, I see the DP. And
Bro,
I'll
the
be like
stickers
this.
everywhere, bro.
I'll be like, yeah,
stickers
that's awesome.
everywhere.
I'll be like,
we
yeah,
got it
that's
all
awesome.
over the West Village. We got
What?
some in Connecticut. We got
What?
some in DC.
What?
As I say, and DC was like, "Oh, Dyckman Podcast." I'm like, "No, bro, it's not Dyckman.
We're gonna have to fight. When we
It's
do that.
not Dyckman."
Drop a bomb for the DP.
Pause.
Yo, Arturo, one more time. Can you tell these people where they could find you, how they can reach out to you, give them all that stuff, man.
Okay, so you can find me Instagram, Arturo Wise Films. But what I want you guys to see is Uber Studios. Uber Studios is my company with my wife's and producer Leah Lizardo. So it's uberstudios.co. It's both the Instagram and the webpage. So like you guys reach out, and anything you guys need, we're here. And if you guys are artists, contact us anyway, because we're trying to open doors for everybody.
Stop shooting your videos in the smoke shop, guys. Come on, stop playing. Put some respect on your music video.
And once again, this is Kevin McCosman with the Dyckman Podcast. You guys already know where you can find me. I just started my new movie last week called Young Love. Shout out to Deja Vu Films. Shout out to Julie Nin. And I am almost done filming my current film, Baggage. Shout out to Emmy Award winning editor Rob Vicente. Damn, I have like 13 projects that I'm working on right now. I could go for days, but
Sorry.
don't do that. But you know, Just y'all already know what it is. We back popping. This is first of many. I've been busy this year, but you know, I'm gonna free up some time and we gonna get this content going for y'all.
Live from the MC.